Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brandon here for RC Nightmare. Today we're doing an upgrade video for our 5T. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that we bought from tgndistributing.com. They got a lot of upgrade parts, a lot of goodies for the 5T and other trucks. We've done previous videos for you. Today we're doing our favorite one. We're going to be taking the stock 26cc motor. We already got the TGN pre-stage filter, TGN 3-stage dome filter, the TGN velocity stack, the Team Chase filter for the regulating diaphragm, and then we also have the TGN brake discs. These are Bartalone brake discs, and the Team Chase drag link up front. So we got a whole bunch of goodies on board. Now comes for the biggest performance piece. This is the Bartalone racing tune pipe for this motor and others. Specifically, we're using on the stock motor. What is this? Well, this is accumulation of many hours of testing. Bartalone has done a really good job piecing this thing together, giving you a great low to mid-range throttling or torque increase. This thing's a bolt-on right to the motor, so you can shift the motor gearing around without having to readjust the pipe. That's a header and pipe with coupler, all hardware included. We have the raw finish here. You can get it in a chrome and a black finish too, I think. But just a great piece, excellent manufacturing, and again, they've done the R&D to back this. Been well proven to add a whole bunch of power to it. A lot of smoother low-end response, a little bit snappier. So I'm going to show you how we're going to bolt it onto this thing. Obviously, the motor comes out. We're going to get started right away. All right, guys, first steps first. We're going to remove the old stock box pipe. These are two Torx head screws here. We're using the included tool. Back these out. Okay, old pipe's off. You can see we got a whole bunch of dirt and debris in here, and we're going to be clearing a lot of this out. Some fell in the exhaust port. We want to make sure that all of it gets cleared out properly. You don't want any of that gunk in there. It's not going to help you whatsoever. So again, just clean it out. There's probably going to be a whole bunch of dirt on yours too if you've been running that stock pipe for any length of time. Clear that out. Okay, we got that nice and clean. Okay, next step, we want to make sure we remove any old gasket material that's on that mating surface. The Bartalone pipe comes with a new gasket. That's very convenient. You want to take the two screws that are supplied with lock washers. We want to use red Loctite on these. We're going to bolt on the header first, so it goes on in this orientation like so. Grab your gasket. Get all your hardware lined up. And you're going to bolt her down. Like I said, put some red Loctite on these. I'm going to bolt this in right now. Okay, I got my header torqued down. I got a little loose right now, so I got a little wiggle room to play with as I install the pipe itself. Now what we're going to want to do is slide this over with a coupler and stick it on nice and far. Remove the zip tie. You have the zip tie holding this whole hardware assembly together. Just make sure you don't lose any hardware. And we're going to slide this down very carefully. And as you might be able to tell here, this bolt's going to line up with this bolt hole here. And on the back side, I'll pivot this out of the way, we have a bolt hole here that this bracket's going to line up to. And this bracket pivots so you can kind of move it around as you need, and it's slotted. So pull this back down. Get everything right where you like it. I'm going to get this bolt in its location right away, just so I don't lose that hardware. Again, you're going to have to really mess with the coupler here. I'm screwing this on a little tighter. Get that lined up. So I got that bolt hole lined up. You can see they're both lined up where they want to be. You're going to tighten those down, and again, you're going to red Loctite this bolt here. I'm going to put a little red Loctite on the threads, and the other one over here as well. And then we're going to torque this guy down just a little bit. It's a little loose, and it's not engaging the nylon lock nut on the other side. So we're going to torque that down a little bit too to make sure that she doesn't come loose. Okay, guys, I got all my hardware torqued down. I used the lock washer and standard flathead washer that they gave you for this bolt here. That's for the slotted design, so you can adjust that a little bit. I torqued this one down all the way so it's in the lock nut. I'm put a little red Loctite on that one as well. I red Loctited all the hardware that's included. I got it torqued down just where I want it. When everything's lined up and you're sure it's kosher, you can go ahead and torque all these bolts on their final torque setting. After you've installed this in the vehicle and got a couple of heat cycles through it, it'd be a good idea to go back, re-torque all of them. They might have loosened up a little bit. You don't want this kind of thing rattling loose. So you can see the beauty of the design. This thing is bolted right to the motor so that if you slide the motor around for gear mesh changes, it moves with it. The pipe exit goes right down to the ground, so you're not spitting all over your rear tire or over your suspension, which is real nice. The stock piece just spits right onto the body and burns it, so this is a real nice upgrade. It's a nice piece, it looks nice, it's extremely functional. Again, when you're all happy with it, torque those down. The very last step, put a couple zip ties around the coupler here. We're going to torque these down, cut off the excess. This is to prevent leaks. You want to make sure you get these nice and tight, one on each side. Again, make sure you only do this as soon as you're ready and you're happy with how everything fits. So I'm going to torque these down, snip that off, and we'll go ahead and put this back in the vehicle. And there you have it, guys. I got the engine installed back on the truck. You can see how perfectly this pipe fits inside the stock chassis. It's got great protection, even though it sticks out pretty far. The roll cage fits right over the top of it, no problem. It actually helps protect it. So you have no issues there. And like I said, you can see the exhaust port straight down to the ground, so you don't have any gunk all over your truck when you're done running. So it's just a beautiful pipe. This is a Bartalone pipe, perfectly tuned for this motor and other small two-stroke motors as well. You can run up to 30cc plus. Low to mid-range, smooth, extra torque. We're really excited to try it out here at Roar. One extra little piece of eye candy I threw on here. We got the TGN fuel line clamp. Just a little piece of eye candy that they sell. Again, it's TGNdistributing.com. Every piece of upgrade you see on here is from their website. They carry the Team Chase and all the TGN lines. So just to run you through what we got again with Team Chase drag link with the ball bearings. We have the TGN fuel line clamp, TGN outerwear for the pre-filter, TGN 3-stage foam filter, TGN velocity stack. We have the Team Chase monitoring filter, if you will, for the carburetor. We have the Bartalone pipe, and we have the Bartalone disc brakes in front. On top of that, we got Team Chase bottom skid plate on the rear, and the Team Chase CV protectors on the rear. So we're pretty well set to do some running around. Of course, there's endless upgrades you can do for these things. These are just the ones that we got right away from, again, TGNdistributing.com, so check out their website. If you like what you see, check out our website. It's rcnightmare.com. If you have any questions, comment down below. And guys, if you got any RC stuff you want to sell, free up some cash for upgrades like what you see here, check out buyrcstuff.com. It's like an eBay mecca of RC. Just like eBay, functions the same, except you're not paying all those extra eBay fees. It's real cheap to post. It's only RC stuff, so you're not sifting through a whole bunch of useless items. If you need to sell something, feel free to throw it on there. It's like $1 something to throw on your own items as well. So check that out. It's always nice to shift around the RC collection a little bit to get new toys like this. So appreciate you watching this video, guys. If you got any comments, put them down below. We'll see you next time.